truck driving?
Awesome.
You looking after your truck?
Yep.
No flat tires yet?
No. Oh, I had a rock in my tire.
That's not a flat tire.
No, it was going flat. Yeah. No, but it was based on where we were having to go into load.
But more importantly, how's the blue car running?
Well, that's a not public conversation. No, just kidding. The blue car is still running, which is important. But so what's his name? Rich in Penticton?
You had what?
Rich? Is that
Yeah.
Fairview? I've gotten to know him.
In order, I want to acknowledge that the Similkameen Valley, in which we learn, work, and organize, is on the ancestral traditional territory and unceded territory of the Similkameen people, and is home of the Upper Similkameen Indian Band. Adoption of the agenda.
Make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Gould. Seconder, Councillor McLean. Additions. All in favor. Carried. Thank you. Adoption of the minutes from the June 20th regular meeting of Council.
So moved.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. Seconder, Councillor McLean. Errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. June 29th, 2022 special meeting of Council. Adoption of the minutes. Thank you, Councillor McLean. Seconder, Councillor Elliott. Errors or omissions? All in favor? Thank you. Takes us down to number 6, staff reports, annual paving, resurfacing, and repair. Carrie, I believe you're going to speak to that.
I can. This report's from Jim Daly, our Superintendent of Public Works. He's recommending some of the roadways to be paved within the boundaries of the town of Princeton at a spending cost of $219,580 before tax. He has included a quote from Peter Brothers, which is attached to the report. He's suggesting 600 meters northbound lane of Tulameen Avenue from Riverside Theatre to the Brown Bridge, 1,000 meters both lanes on the High School Hill, and 500 meters Culberson Avenue, including the entrance of Memorial Park.
Okay. Okay. Questions? Councillor Gould.
Just to clarify that funding comes from gas tax.
That is correct.
Okay. Perfect.
I can also let you know that I did talk to Jared Thomas, our technical, what is his name? Thank you, infrastructure technologist, and wanted to know or confirm that there is no scheduled underground utility works in those areas, and he confirmed that there is none, so.
Perfect. Okay. Any other questions?
This, your comment is that this is coming from gas tax.
Yeah.
Do we normally pave? We don't do paving out of the budget?
It is from the budget. I'll let.
So paving is an annual capital cost in the budget. It's just discussing the source of funds. So the source of funds, all capital projects now have a source of funds within our financial plan. The source of funds for the paving is the gas tax fund provided by UBCM through federal funding.
That's been our policy in the past.
That's typically been our policy for several years.
Because you're aware that Peter Brothers is in our vicinity. I don't think we're ever going to get cheaper paving than we are right now. So I'm just hoping that we're going full out as far as everything we have available.
Yeah, I know that's why we were waiting for Peter Brothers to come back before paving was solidified.
It's also important to note that the gas tax agreement expires with the UBCM as of 2024. So I attended a lecture through UBCM a couple of weeks ago in Kelowna, and they're currently working with the federal government on renewing that with the UBCM, but there's no indication as to what that program will look like post-2024 at this point.
Just
Okay.
a follow-up question. So maybe this will clarify a little bit too. Is there any other paving in our budget aside from this?
There is also a budget for flooding repairs. The source of funds is also through EMPC.
Okay.
As of now, no paving, with the exception of the paving that was done on Bridge Street with the directional drilling project that was done after the flood. There's been no other paving approved from
So no, just follow point,
Mhm.
no taxpayer money aside from grant funding for paving this year. Thank you. Not municipal tax, thank you, sorry.
So, I'm not familiar with the streets, but, coming down from the second bench, down by John Ewart's old house, we're doing a pumping station or something there.
Warren Avenue?
Oh, Warren Avenue, that one, yeah.
Yeah, so that will be paved when we're finished there?
Yeah, there may be some paving that comes with other capital projects such as that.
Okay.
There's a possibility with the major water and sewer repair, there's a possibility through that with paving, once we replace certain water mains. And there's also spot repairs that get done. Public Works acquired a asphalt milling machine for limited spot repairs for paving. So Public Works also uses that on an ad hoc basis.
I would so move this. I
Thank
wish
you.
it was more.
I'll second that
Okay,
one.
Councillor McLean, second Councillor Gould. Any further questions? All in favor? Carried. Council reports, Councillor Gould.
Oh, this is gonna go from memory, which isn't very good right now. I attended a PXA meeting since the last time I was here. I think another skill center meeting. And then the aggressive deer issue, I've been receiving like just communication about that. And I just wanted to clarify if we've requested, like, are we gonna be requesting a minister meeting in regards to that at UBCM? We have, okay, perfect. As well as I've asked staff and Mayor Coyne to look into arranging a meeting here with the Conservation Office, as well as the Andrew, I believe is his name, from the Forestry Lands Natural Resources, to see what our options are, because we've had conflicting information in the past that the deer are the municipal responsibility, but yet we're told the deer are assets of the Crown, so we can't really do anything. So I just want to clarify again, because when we had those meetings with conservation, they said to us that if there is an aggressive deer and we can identify it, that we could take care of it. So that's what I'm hoping we'll get confirmation from that meeting. Nothing's going to happen overnight, obviously, but I think Carolyn's doing a pretty good job of helping to educate residents and bring awareness to how we can be safe when we're walking in our community. So that is my report.
Thank you. Councillor Elliott.
Quiet for me. Over the past month, I attended only 7 meetings or events. A couple of highlights I'd like to point out. I attended the Canadian Mental Health Association AGM in Penticton on June 22nd. I'm in my second year of a 2-year term there, so it was nice to see a bit of a turnover and some new people coming on board. And I helped at the museum info booth on Canada Day, which was a lot of fun. And on July the 8th, I helped at the museum host a group from the local daycare. And they had 1,000 questions, and I had about 101 answers. But it was a good time, and that's my report.
Excellent. Councillor McLean.
Nothing to report.
Nothing? Okay. I'm going to keep it short because I've been trying to take some family time. I guess a couple things. Last Wednesday, was it Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember now. I was at the museum and we welcomed the elders from it was Wednesday, the Lower Similkameen Indian Band, and we had a really good visit, and they checked out the museum and just loved it. It was a fun morning. And the day before, I met with MP Dan Albus. He was in town. He was heading back from Victoria, so he stopped in. We had coffee, and James and Gary and myself went and had coffee with him and had a good chat about things and whatnot. And then today I attended a meeting with just about every other mayor in BC on, I don't even know what it was really about. It was with Minister Bill Blair from the federal government, and everybody just got to tell them what they were up to. So if they wished. And they announced that they are sending the first installment of DFA funding to the provincial government. It's not all of it, but it's the first installment, and the province will be deciding how to, I guess, to deliver that money. So we'll be waiting to see if some of our DFA spending will be fulfilled or not. That's my report. Correspondence, receive and file. We have a letter from the Medical Arts Health Research, Dementia Participatory Action Research, Rural Health Inquiry. And we have a recommendation that 8.1 be received and filed. Thank you. McLean, seconder.
I'll second.
Gould, questions? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Correspondence action requested. The PXA alert is asking to install a C-can up at the PXA grounds. Alert is the animal, what's their acronym stand for?
Lifeline Emergency Response Team.
There you go. And they operate out of our fairgrounds for the good portion of the regional district. So they're asking that they're allowed to put a C-can up there and that it be referred to the building department for permitting.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Gillett.
I'd like to second that.
Councillor Gould, questions? Comments? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And that takes us to 10, bylaws and resolutions, to 2022 fees and charges bylaw. James?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So for council's consideration, staff put forward Town of Princeton fees and charges bylaw 10/26/2022. It's been a long time coming. The fees and charges were debated during the budgeting process, usually released in February. Obviously, we had our flooding event, and with the crush of flooding invoices and the fact that we had to redo the budget and an audit team, this was really the first chance that finance had a chance to sit down and really peel through the bylaw. There's a couple of points I'd like to make to it. During budgeting period, staff recommended a 3% increase to fees for inflationary pressures. That's reflected in the bylaw. The format has been changed for 2022, another reason for a little bit of delay. So we did run into the problem in that we do have every year to essentially pass the same bylaw over and over and over again. This gives a range of 5 years as an option for council to retain or to vote in a new bylaw. This is done in quite a few municipalities in the province, so that it doesn't have to be an annual process to decide the fees and charges. It gives certainty to members of the public, so they know what the fees are ahead of time. It also gives operational definitions for each of the fees and charges that we do. So each fee and charge states whether it's billed daily, monthly, annually, per occurrence, on an ad hoc basis. It gives a standardized chart. It gives dates as to when the fees get updated. Right now, the 3% inflationary increase is for this year. For the other 5 years, it's a 5% inflationary increase as an estimate as to when this bylaw was created, for what inflation will be in the future. This bylaw can be modified at any time by council, so it can be rescinded and a new bylaw can be put in its place. It's important to note that we're not locked in for the 5-year period, same as we weren't locked in for the 10-year period when we did the permissive tax exemptions. If somebody doesn't qualify or somebody new wants to come along, we can make that modification. So I'm welcome to field any questions, but this is, we ask council to approve 3 readings in the bylaw. It will allow us to get moving a little bit faster on it so we can get the utility billing we've received. Several questions about utility billing this year, and we really would like to get it out. So as an alternative, if there are modifications that need to happen, I would recommend an alternative to approve it for 2 readings and then refer back to staff for any modifications the council wants to make, and then we can present it to the next council.
I love it.
No questions, just a compliment that this is an amazing document. There's no questions. If you read it through, it's very well explained. It looks like it's very flexible to address changes that may come along the pike. It's a great document. Good job.
Thank you, Councilor Elliott. As I said, it was a long time coming, so it was a lot of work to make.
Yeah, there's a lot of work here. It's very obvious.
Councillor Gould.
Couple comments, couple questions. First off, yes, it's a busy document, but it also is an important document that I think I like and support the idea of setting your rates in advance. You can discuss it, but at least it lets the staff, like you can discuss it at budget and stuff, but at least it lets the staff go ahead with billing so that we don't have to, we already know what the rate's gonna be unless it's already previously amended. So,
That's a great point, that this will be stated every year at budget. So
yeah.
If the inflationary pressures do ease or they get stronger, we will be discussing it in every budget period as part of the policy.
Thank you. And then second, using your best guess, how many bylaws would you estimate that this document replaces in regards to?
It doesn't replace any bylaws.
Or-
Most bylaws now, through our revision process that we've gone through over the last 3 to 4 years, refer back to the fees and charges bylaws specifically for fees.
Okay.
But the number of bylaws it probably has a reference to,
Sorry,
probably 8 to
better
10.
question. 8 to 10, that's good.
And varying from the landfill bylaw, which I think was passed in 2002, all the way up to our zoning bylaw, which is just a couple.
So my point with that would be that if a staff member needed to refer to what a cost is, they would have to go find those individual bylaws previously to find out what it was. Now it's all one document, which I support that as well. My last one is a question. What is, like, we've had a delay in sending out, or we will have a delay in sending out utilities. Are we still offering a discount?
Yes, so the utility billing bylaw states that after a bill has been sent out for an annual bill, the ratepayer has 45 days after the invoice date to pay and receive a 10% discount.
Perfect. So we have not missed that opportunity.
That bylaw is not up for consideration.
Perfect, thank you.
Any other questions? Comments? Motion? Thank you. Councillor McLean, seconder. Councillor Elliott. Any last questions or comments? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Which takes us to motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Gould, seconder. Councillor McLean. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And we are adjourned. Good night, everybody.